Hello, thanks for watching this. Today's an update on what I've done so far with the station and the turntable. I know it's been a little while since I last updated, but hopefully this will keep you up to date with everything that's happened. You might be able to just see behind me a couple of signals, and there's various other tools, stacks of sleepers, because at the moment I'm currently making some track in my jig there. So whilst I was in here, I just thought I'd show you the jig. A couple of people have asked about it. A friend of mine, Kev, he helped me put it together. He came up with the idea, and basically it's just a load of roof battens cut to the right length, put at the correct distancing, and then you can just put a box of sleepers in place, just fit them in loosely, put your two rails on, take your gauges, put those on, you know your right distance apart, and then it's just a case of drilling in your bolts, and it's all fairly easy. If you don't have pre-drilled sleepers, again, you can just then drill it in. I generally work with 2 drills at a time. Let's grab the other one. So you could have one with the drill, which is what I do when I'm doing the points. You'll see that in a bit. Basically one with the drill, and then one with the socket on it ready to be able to put in the track holding screw. You can see it here, hexagon top on there. Take the washer, put it on the washer through it, and then pop it in place. As I say, these are pre-drilled, and then you're just popping it in. It's as simple as that. So anybody can do it. It really isn't a difficult thing to produce, and it makes building of the track so much quicker and easier. So let's go show you the station and turntable, and you can see everything we've been getting up to. So the last time you saw the railway, it was up to this point here. The first thing to do was to get this point in place, and then carry on to do the rest of the station. So we'll go back in time, and I'll show you the putting together of the point. So with the point in place, now it's just the rest of the track to do. You can see here that the panels that are nice and straight, they were ready made in the workshop, so they just went in place. Just showing you the ring here, and that's for the turntable, so I put that together. Turning around, you can see the panels that I'd had to make in situ and try and bend into the specific shape of what I needed. I used these wooden beams here put across to make sure that the spacing was equidistant between each of the pieces of track. So you can see there I had a little mark showing me how wide everything had to be. Now we come to where the turntable was and digging that out, making sure that everything was level, making sure that the whole thing works. You can see a couple of the blocks that I'd hammered in there to give myself a level so that I knew how deep it had to be. This is the central pivot for the turntable. Has screw holes around the edge. The idea being that I was going to bang in stakes. You can see the first of the two of them there, and now all of them are there. They get attached to the pivot and buried in concrete.
Oh, this is the way you want it to be. Guess you don't want me. And I never really said it before. Oh, but I really should have given you so much more. But this is the way you want it to be. This is the way you want it to be. Oh, this is the way you want it to be. Guess you don't want me. Guess you don't want me. No. Guess you don't want me. Yeah, you don't want. Guess you don't want me.
The next step was to put the bricks around the edge, so you can see those in here with the gap left for the rails to come into the turntable. The wheels aren't on the turntable. That's because the ring rail was still drying at that point in time. So with that all done, I realised that the track was actually at the wrong level to match up with the turntable. Not by much, but it needed to be right. So I took the track that was laid back up, did it in 2 panels, so that was nice and easy. You can see the turntable here still waiting for the ring to dry at this point in time. Ideally need to leave it a good week or so. The centre pivot was left 2 weeks before I put the turntable on it, so always make sure you let your concrete fully dry out.
I could be anything, but for the faults that I've acquired on my way. We were the end of it, but now we see the sun shining in our face. We see the sun shining in our face. So come on, we can be saved. The lives we live, the wars we wage, when everyone just tells us how to feel. We're sleeping at the wheel. And I
So the turntable works. So now it was just a case of putting in the second platform, putting in the fence panels. These will be painted white in due course. And there's one there just to prevent people from falling onto the turntable down the pit. Realising I had a few bricks left over and an old water butt that could be used and looked really good for the job, I decided to make a little water tower. Left some gaps underneath. You can see 2 paving slabs on the top there. Basically left some gaps underneath for some coal to be put in, so there'll be a little bit of coal storage there as well. That's all still to be finished off, so I'll show you that in a later video. So there we are, station built, just needs a few finishing details. Thanks for watching, please do subscribe, and there'll be another video shortly as I show you the rest of the build on the railway. Thanks very much, see you next time, bye bye.